Hi wonderful people, my name is Akurede Adenike. You're welcome back to my channel. If this is the first time of you checking on my channel, please like, share and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification bell for you to be notified each time I upload new video. In this tutorial today, I would like to teach you how to take your own body measurement at home by yourself. Let's get to it. Now I'm starting by taking back measurements. You now take your tape measure like this. You know, at our back here, there is a joint here, and here too there is another joint. You now take your tape measure like this and place it like this, from this joint to this joint. That's where your back measurement is. So that is your back measurement. And now, to get all the horizontal measurement, you place your tape measure here. So from my shoulder now to your bust point. To get your bust point is where your nipple is. When you touch it, you see that there is a nipple here. That's where your bust point is. So to get your shoulder to your underbust now, you make sure your tape measure ends where your breast stops here. That's where your underbust is. So from the shoulder to your waist, but to get accurate measurement for your waist from the shoulder, you have to measure it from the back. There is a bone here at the back. Then you place it like this and make sure it touches here. This is where your waist is. So by that, you get accurate measurement for your shoulder to your waist. So now from the shoulder to your hip line, so make sure your tape measure enters here before going down to the hip. This is where the hip is now, so make sure it touches where the bra stops here, your underbust, before it goes to your hip line to get accurate measurement. Now after all the horizontal measurement so you take all the circumference by placing your tape measure like this. This is your bust circumference. Now to get your bust circumference, you let your tape measure be like this, then see how it is at the back. So to get your underbust circumference, you just move it down to your underbust and make sure it's placed like this, and don't let it too tight and loose. So just make it accurate like this and look at the back, see how it is at the back. So to get your waist circumference, just move it down to the waist and make sure you let it lay on your waist like this. Don't let it too tight and loose, please. To get your hip circumference, yes, it just move it down to the hip and make sure it's not too tight and too loose. I hope you can see what I'm doing very well. Make sure when you move it, it can move a little bit, not too tight and not too loose. This is where the hip is now. So then you now move it up and down to make sure it's accurate. And lest I forget, to get your nipple to nipple measurement is the space in between this nipple and this nipple. Just place your tape measure like this to get your nipple to nipple measurement, because it is necessary when you are cutting bustier cut. So that's why you need your nipple to nipple measurement. So now let's move on to armhole aspect. To get your round armhole, just let your tape measure go like this and make sure it goes round your armhole like this. This is where you get your accurate armhole, but make sure you can move your arm very well. And to get your sleeve length, just place your tape measure like this till your desired length of your sleeve. So to get your sleeve band, just this is upper sleeve band, just let your tape measure goes like this to get your sleeve band for the upper arm here. And to get your sleeve band for the elbow length. Make sure you fold your tape measure around the elbow and make sure you can move your arm easily like this before concluding the measurement for it. And as well on your wrist too, make sure you fold it like this round your wrist and make sure it's not too tight and not too loose. Now let's move on to the skirt measurement. For your skirt, you only need 3 measurements for the skirt. You need skirt waist, skirt length, and your hip circumference. So, and to get your skirt waist, I've already measured hip circumference for you. So to get your waist measurement now, skirt waist measurement, you have to let your tape measure go like this and make it firm. Let it firm very well so that at the end of the day when you finish sewing your skirt, it will be firm on your waist. And to get your skirt length, just place your tape measure like this from your waist here down to your desired length for your skirt. That's all for the skirt. As you can see, it's very simple. And so that's all for today, guys. If my tutorial has been helpful to you today, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel to support my channel. If you have any question pertaining to cutting and sewing, you can join me on my Facebook group, Details to Sewing, created by Akorede Adenike. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at Akorede Adenike. Till I see you in my next video, stay blessed. Bye bye.